Hi, my name is Jody DeVere with AskPatty.com, automotive advice for women. I'm here at one of my certified female-friendly locations, Puente Hills Hyundai, to show you how to change your motor oil and your oil filter. Now, oil is the lifeblood of your vehicle, and it's very important to change it based on the manufacturer's suggested oil change interval. Step one in our oil change and oil filter change is we want to pull up the dipstick and unscrew the oil fill cap and set it to the side. This will remind us to put the oil back in after we've drained the oil pan. Now what you want to do, step two, is jack up the car with floor jacks. Before you do that, you're going to want to put your car in park and do it on a level surface. Or you can use a roll-up jack. In our case, so we can show you closely and clearly what we're going to do, we're going to put this car on a lift. First, we're going to drain the oil. Notice that we have a very large oil pan to catch the oil that is draining out of our engine. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to replace the drain plug and put in a new gasket so we get a good seal. There's our new gasket, and we're just going to make sure we tighten it up tightly. Use the appropriate wrench to do the final tightening to make sure that you don't have an oil leak. Okay, the next step is that we're going to want to remove our oil filter. You can use an oil filter wrench or a locking wrench, and you remove it lefty-loosey. You can let that set it right down into your oil pan after you remove it. All right, success. We have our oil filter off. Okay, now the next step is, of course, to install our new oil filter. Again, make sure that you use the correct oil filter replacement. Check your owner's manual to find out what that is. But before we install it, we're going to take our new oil filter and we're going to put a little oil around the seal so that when we install it and tighten it, we're going to get a nice good seal. Be sure and tighten the oil filter on righty-tighty with your oil locking wrench securely. You don't want the oil filter to come unscrewed. That could really do damage to your engine. Now we're going to take our car down off the lift so that we can put our replacement oil back into the engine. Okay, now the two final steps. First of all, we have to put in the replacement oil. Again, I just want to remind you to always use the manufacturer's recommended motor oil in your vehicle based on your driving habits. That information is in your owner's manual. And I also recommend using high quality API approved motor oil. So let's go ahead and refill our oil. It's really easy, just use a funnel, or you could even pop the bottle right in there and put the appropriate number of quarts of oil in. And now we're going to start the car to let the oil go through the filter and get in our oil lines. All right, now we're going to let the oil settle down into the oil pan a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and use our dipstick, take it out, wipe it off, stick it back in, and check to make sure that it's going to read full. Perfect. Great job. Congratulations. You've just learned how to change your oil and your oil filter. And I call that being smart and car savvy.